Okay, now I can go and try and fix what the heck is wrong with Pretzel. We'll have music again, just give me a minute. I hate when these apps ask me to log in the middle of work. Or my favorite when they have that little tick that says remember me, and you tick it and they immediately forget who you are. Like I expected from my parents. A little annoyed when it's a software. We're just going to wait a couple minutes, see if anybody comes on, and then we'll start talking. In the meantime, enjoy my moves. Because I do have some stuff that I want to talk about. I hinted at it in the live stream yesterday for the colors of the month. I should really... Oh, hi, Goblinator! Goblinator is a cat today. And I'm apparently a bird. Oh, I love seeing that little Waluigi head jumping all over Kefka's head. Boing, boing, boing. Really poofy hair. So yeah, we got someone, so I'm going to start talking about what I wanted to talk about that I hinted at on yesterday's stream. I've got some dream supplies this week. I am very happy. I'm a goblin cat always. So yeah, I was right. Twitch does give me the fastest chats. Anyway, I'm going to grab them and bring them in one by one out of the camera's view. Have you ever seen the cat Chupacabra? Is that the werewolf cat? Or is that just a cat with mange? Because that's usually what the Chupacabra looks like. Well, a dog with mange. But anyway. Sexy new supplies indeed. So we are going to start with... Because it was a Culture Hustle order. I didn't try to write on YouTube to compare. Oh, no, but I know because my friend Coco watches me through YouTube. And sometimes I'm like, come on, chat. Come on, chat. Come on. Come on. Update so I can read the rest. Come on. Because the little characters will start talking, but if it's too long, of course the message gets cut off, and I'm just like, where's the rest? But yeah, and you know, it had to be a very, very good sale for me to finally order something off of Culture Hustle. I love Culture Hustle. I adore Culture Hustle. Shipping is a bitch. I think it's a Rex, but he looks strong and is absolutely effing feral. So a Rex with mange. Could be a Rex mixed with a werewolf cat, too. I mean, it's possible. So yeah, first things first. Got myself a bottle of Blink. The Black is Black ink. It's not that black. But it is very liquidy, and I can appreciate that. Works well with brushes, works well with dip pens, and that was super important because, as you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, I am absolutely in love with my G-Pen and my Maru nibs. I'll send you, it may be, but I think it's a Rex with hirsutism. Daddy stamps. But yeah, if you want my opinion, the Black is Black that I have actually worked with in case of inks. That would have been the Drawing Soul ink. Second would be the Deleter Black 4. I want the silver. I don't blame you, because the only reason I was able to order these, yes, plural, there's more, was because there was this artists only Black Friday sale that he was doing, and he was telling us day by day coming up to that Black Friday what he was offering on sale, and well, basically pretty much everything was on sale. I think my only regret, quote unquote, was that by the time I got there, and I got there early, the blackest black is closest to Venta, isn't it? Or was there blacker now? I'm getting there. But I understand the enthusiasm. But yeah, Blink is one of his blackest black, but definitely not the blackest black. Probably because it's very, very diluted. Because it is liquid. It is the most watery ink that I have in my collection. And I have watery inks. But you can, like, I don't know how to explain it. You can feel the thickness when you draw. Like, I can feel that this is my wateriest ink. Hi, Paul. I'm doing great. I'm talking art supplies. What are the odds? And then after that, there's my Liquitex acrylic inks. And then after that, there's my Deleter inks in order of viscosity. Venta is not accessible. You mean you'll talk about the blackest you have? I'm getting there. There's a reason. There's several reasons why Venta is not accessible, but like, it's related. If you know a little bit about Stuart Semple, it's related. But the second thing would be Wink. That would be his whitest white ink. Once again, I don't know if you guys can see on camera because of all the shine. This is watery. This is like 1% milk. Look how watery this is. It has okay coverage for how watery it is. And honestly, I'm actually happy that it's so thinned out. Because now I have a white ink that works with my my dip pens. Because all my other white inks... Sorry, got forward on this. Simple's oops, but yeah, F. Kapoor. Yeah, Kapoor can go fall in one of his holes. No, I'm serious. He really did make an exhibition where he painted the inside of holes in Vanta Black. And better a pre-colored paper on pre-colored paper, maybe? I have yet to try it on pre-colored paper. But I did try it on something else. I'm getting there. Once again, appreciate the enthusiasm. Do not think I'm criticizing you for getting ahead of me. I like that. But it's a test that is going to be happening because I do have metaint paper and black paper. Because I was about to say, my other white inks, like I threw away a Koretake brush pen yesterday because the ink had turned into rock in it. I've got white too. Is it me or is there a lot less things in the avatar customization? No, there were issues. There are issues currently with Stream Avatar. You might need to rebuy your stuff or something like that. And I'm still working on fixing that, so I don't know what's going on. Adderall is at starter peak. I am chatty. You are allowed. So yeah, I'm happy to get some watery white ink. And of course, I couldn't pass up a chance to get... Oh, you need to be mixed. I couldn't pass up a chance to get another bottle of Super Base, which I'm going to shake right now. Super Base, basically, you mix that up with pigment to get some acrylic paint. I'm only seeing 1 page of items per section. I am not happy. But yeah, super base, like I was saying, you mix that up with the pigments and powders. You get some acrylic paint with that. And I am happy because my bottle that I bought years ago is all thickened up and half dried up, and there's about this much left in it, and it's hard to get out. At least with this new model of bottle, it'll be easier to actually squeeze it out. It's a squeezy. Could you use that with mica to make a paint out of it? Yes. Or that's mixing fluid. It's a base. It's a base. You can put mica in it to get some paint if you want. I've been mostly using it, mixing it up with the glow powder, and it works with Stuart Simple's Glowiest Glowing powders, and it works with regular glowing powder. So it would work. And that's why I've been waiting to get another bottle of that. Everything was on sale. And the special that I was talking about in that sale that made me cave and finally like take the plunge. Hi, Coco. And finally take the plunge was this Black is Black 4.0. Why did I take the plunge? Because doesn't matter what you bought, as long as you bought something. Stuart gave away a bottle of this. He gave it away. Does no minimum sale, no minimum purchase. He gave it away. Now in Canadian dollars, this is worth 52 Canadian tomatoes. Is it worth it? I would say yes. Now, I'm not going to put a drop on my finger because that's what I usually do when I want to show something. But like when it's wet, it looks like normal black paint. It's going to be a little shiny. It's going to be a little wet. Put you back into your display box because it's pretty. It's nice on coated cardboard, by the way. It feels like super sturdy. It is tiny, I know. Thankfully, a little bit goes a long way. 52 loonies, nice score. Yeah, it's worth 52 loonies. I got it for free because I bought all the rest. But combined with the shipping, basically that's worth the shipping. The shipping was $60. All that I just showed you guys, that was $131. Paint a liquid is yet. Yeah, but I'm specifying that because it dries matte. But there are some people that think that once it comes out the bottle, it's going to be matte right away. But that's not how paint works. But sometimes you have to specify, you know? Therefore, basically, what happens with 4.0 is that it's a learning curve because it dries weird. Hang on. I apparently can't get over the fact that it dries weird. Old age, yay. Because as it dries on your brush, it will granulate, and that is weird. And I don't mean granulate like in the watercolor sense. I forget that you Canadians are bent over on shipping costs. You don't say. And what I mean by granulating, it's like it granulates like mud. You know when it dries and kind of gets textury and it's a little sandy? So I think the base for the paint is some kind of carbon or ash or something to make it matte. And like I struggled a lot to spread it on my test sheet. But I found that if I added a bit of water every time, like I only used 1 drop on my test sheet. And I'll show you what it ended up looking like in about a minute. No lube, yeah. And I used one single drop on my test sheet on one of my little pans, my round pans that I like to use for that. I think I don't see the other people's answer in the Twitch stream. I guess I'll open YouTube as well. Yes, because Goblinator is on their phone. So it's kind of squeezed in, so I don't think they can see the chat on the side of the screen. Because once again, it's squeezed in. It's a phone. So the test sheet. First of all, it's lovely how you can't see anything in the back, so it doesn't bleed through, so that's nice. But you do need a little water to help spread out the 4.0. So a little bit goes a long way. So yeah, I see all text here on YouTube. Hello again, Goblinator. I'm on my PC right now. Then look at the screen. Or can you not take your eyes off my magnificent beauty? So yeah, that's what I did with all three products. Not the super base, obviously, there. So the line art was done with the blink. Some of the highlights and some corrections. Like I have a correction here. And I have the X pattern here. And the little shine next to the rim light. That was done in Wink. I literally see Pretzel and Coco are talking because the avatars were popping texts. It's not in Twitch chat. That's weird. Twitch must have issues. Twitch must have issues today. That's really weird. And the filling out was done with diluted 4.0. Once again, one drop. It is worth $52. I'm going to thin out that frickin' paint as much as I can. But as you can see, like I'm moving it all around. You know what? We're going to try something. On camera. See that? Completely matte. Completely matte. The parts made in 4.0. Now isn't that just amazing or what? Also, like, I don't know if you guys can see in her eye, there's an inside her mouth, like really thinned down for a 4.0. It's a really lovely gray and it's slightly textured. And because 4.0 is so thick and granulated, I could do some nice dry brush with it too. And then a little bit of more hair detail with the Wink. I think you can see the texture better here on the shading of her thigh. This is Wet Peach, by the way. So now I have YouTube open on my phone just for the chat and Twitch on my PC, so I have my avatar because I don't see them on YouTube. That is so weird. So of course yesterday I made a test to see if I could use Blink with markers. Technically I can. Also you can tell I drew these really fast. Like, oh my god, poor Goku. It's a very cool paint. Your character looks awesome. Technically, Wet Peach is not my character. She was a concept art character that was cut out of the Mario Tennis for GameCube, I believe. And she was posted a couple days ago by the creator of Waluigi. And then it kind of got shut down real quick. Probably by Nintendo's lawyers, because Nintendo is like that. No fun allowed unless we tell you how to play. But she's on the internet now, and anything that shows up on the internet is forever. So yeah, you guys probably can't see it from here, mostly because my camera decided that it would not focus. Oh, now it focuses. But even with a little bit of drying time, it does, you can see it on Jinx's cape here. Even with a little bit of drying time, it does tend to melt with markers. And I knew I had to draw fast. So that's why I decided to go from using the blank ink to my deleter. And even the deleter melted a little bit for some of the art. But it's made for markers. This one is not. So if I ever try to use my blank that I plan to color later, I'm going to leave it an entire night to dry before putting paint on it. So there you have it. That was my artistic endeavor for this week. Oh, hi, Sam. Man, we have a lot of people today. I am the opposite of complaining. Very happy. Please ignore the constant throat clearing. I am having like this miniature cold. I feel perfectly fine. I can breathe. My throat doesn't hurt. Okay, why does hug not work? Is it plural hugs? Oh, hugging worked. There we go. I am going to scoot my screen to the side so we can get on with what we're here for. And you know it's going to be good if it involves urges. And boop. There. No, it worked on Twitch, not on YouTube. What the hell is going on with stream avatars? I'm not touching anything. I did not touch anything, and I'm not touching anything. I'm just greatly annoyed. Where's my mouse? I lost my mouse. Okay. I'm gonna move to companion mode. I'm still testing my second out of 3 tries. I had put the. I'm still testing my markers. I'm drawing Lily right now. Well, you're not testing much. Lily is pure white. But I mean, she's pure white. She's not pure white. She's got some gray on the tip of her ears, and she's got some rose gold on her back. So she's a very colorful white dog. There. Streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. Didn't know you could do that. Well, I'm not monetized. So I don't think Twitch is going to get mad at me. And if they do, then I'll just stream on YouTube. I don't care. I'm not monetized. For the record, I'm using Restream for that. Been using it for, I don't know, years? 2 years, at least? Because I'm trying to get people to look at me. Because I need an audience. I am an artist. No one cares what Twitch thinks. I mean, I didn't know it could be done technically. Oh yeah, it can be done. Easily, even. Like, I'm using Streamlabs to get all this nice streaming going on. And if I were to subscribe to Streamlabs, I could multi-stream through Streamlabs itself. Chris, c'est dur à dire. At least because I'm sure I started watching you in 2021 and you already used Restream then. But see, around that, there. I have liners I'm testing for Misenchanted Mop. It'll be interesting to see how the liners react to the markers too, or vice versa. See, this is why I download 3D models when I'm trying to make a more detailed background, because I have no imagination whatsoever for furniture. Also, I need to get my hair cut. Look at this. Oh my god. We have a lot of people today. I'm very happy. Did you guys do anything interesting artistically this week? Not that I spent half an hour talking about me, but it's my live stream, so... Backgrounds are hard. They are. I agree. That's why whenever I can, I cheat. It is not a secret. So if anybody tried to cancel me on Twitter saying that I cheat my backgrounds, I'm like, yeah, I do. I'm going to draw her as a pink person because I actually like my doctor, but I'm not going to draw what she actually looks like because I don't want her to get mad at me. Drawing, just drawing trains, always trains. Yeah, but you like trains. You should show them your chemical fan art. I should. I have done art in like 2 weeks now, that's why I'm trying to decide on what to do now. Give me a second, guys. Because I got chemical fan art this week, too. There it is. I haven't done art in like 2 weeks now. That's why I'm trying to decide what to do now. I kind of want a face because I could use feeling prettier, but then I'll draw a game and touch my face anyway because alone. Maybe I could train work out a little first to get my booty less sore. Ta-da! Very first chemical fan art done by yours truly, Coco. Testing their markers. And of course I love it. I mean, it's not even a question. Chemical being a new character introduced in Power Trip. Will she be recurring? Yes. That's between us. Meant to say body. Yeah, but booty is so much better. Booty, booty, booty shaking. I mean, honestly, all the power to Sam for enjoying drawing trains, because I am not a fan of vehicles. Well, I'm not a fan of drawing vehicles. It's a lot of straight lines, and yeah, I'm not that good at straight lines. I like that Sam's name is bright red for me in the restream chat. I see the bright red in the corner of my eye, and it makes me think to look at the chat. It's accidental, but practical. Drawing vehicles and buildings and such requires a lot more precision to read right. Characters are to cooking what cars building is to baking in my head. I can wing it for characters. That is the best analogy for that. So now we know Sam bakes wonderfully. I've seen their trains. My hands on my little purse because I like to hold my purse on my knees. Yeah, characters you can get away with some anatomical anomalies. But buildings, it's a little touchier. Have I been writing in the wrong font size the entire time? I have. It's supposed to be smaller. I usually keep this font size for the Smack comics. The little lol noodle characters of the 30s. Super chibis. The women in comics between the 50s and early 2000s. Oh, when is a chibi no longer a chibi? I would guess a chibi is no longer a chibi when it starts looking quote-unquote normal. Because you can have a chibi and then you can have a child that still technically has chibi proportions in a way, but you can still tell it's a child and not a chibi. Know what I mean? It's all in how you use the proportions. Chibi's got those huge heads. It's true. Like, if I can get Bob Ross out without knocking over all the other toys, this would count as a chibi. Gigantic head, tiny, short limbs, body. Because originally chibi was known as SD style. SD standing for super deformed. It's also a head ratio thing, like an average sized person would be 5.5 to 7 heads. You know, a chibi is usually either 2 heads or 3 heads tall, which is why I also talk about how you use the proportions, because you could also say that about a baby. Well, chibis will have more of a 2 to 4 heads height ratio. Hey, mais j'arrive pas à parler aujourd'hui, Colin. This is gonna go behind the flats. There we go. So drawing, but now what to draw? Me! Whatever you draw, draw it with your opposite hand. Challenge! 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 Finger paint! Oh god, lol, no. I need to have fun. It won't if I do that. Chasing dopamine, serotonin. Now, of course, this is one of those things that, quote-unquote, you had to be there. Because it's the way she said that to me. It's less effective. It works better if you stick to only one partner. It's less effective if you have multiple ones. Because I was like, what? What? Since what? That's not how... What? Because it seems to me if birth control was influenced by the number of partners you're having at the same time, then wouldn't it be influenced by how many times you sleep with the same partner? Like, if you try to sleep with multiple partner versus one partner, and to get the same amount of sleeps, wink wink, wouldn't that have the same influence? So that's why I'm making that face, because I'm like, this does not make sense. That's not how... Like, you're a professional. You've been doing this for years and you're telling me that? And may I add, she didn't ask me if I was sexually active. She asked me if I had a partner. So apparently being single means I have multiple partners on the weekend. She gonna be disappointed? Of course, now we're gonna get at least one person. That's a wild fucking... Yeah! Gonna have at least one person. You're trying to shame people with multiple partners and hooking up culture. Because there's always somebody that's going to misunderstand what I'm trying to say at any point in my existence. And another thing, of course, I'm not saying that I know more than an actual doctor. I'm just saying this makes no fucking sense. Like, if you're going to ask the questions, ask if I'm sexually active. Don't ask if I have a partner. You can have a partner and not be sexually active. It happens. But at the same time, you do realize that I take birth control maybe not to control births. There's a lot of reasons people take birth control. And this came out of friggin' nowhere. Because usually she's a very good doctor. Apparently I'm not penciling today. Well, I did spend half an hour talking about art supplies, so... let's wing it. At least I'm doing it on the right layer. For those of you that are not subscribed to my newsletter, first of all, what are you waiting on? Secondly, I will be taking a little live stream vacation at the end of the month, beginning of the next, for obvious holiday reasons. I will be live streaming on the 10th and the 17th, but not after that. I will be busy, you will be busy. Nobody gonna have time to listen to me talk. One rare time to take a natural effing break. I enjoy this. I'm almost done with the French version of Super Mario RPG. I still need to beat Smitty, then except me, who is just hermiting in gaming. Self-care is self-care. I just need to beat Smitty and then the after game again, and then I can start a new game in Spanish. My only issue is I have to change the settings of the console completely to force the game into Spanish, because there are no in-game language settings. Not sure if I'll know if there are typos in the Spanish version, because boy did I find this a lot in the French version. Oh my goodness. Shira, why do you notice typos so much? I was raised on Ted Woolsey 90s RPGs on the SNES. Once again, not shitting on Woolsey, because he had horrible deadlines and he had to work on all the RPGs. All the RPGs at the same time. But some he had more time on his deadlines, some he had less. Cough, cough, Breath of Fire 2. So yeah, we'll spot typos in video games really easily. Like in the bestiary, in the description of the monsters, there are a lot of areas where the word should end in E with an accent, but it ends with ER. Honestly, that drives me kind of nuts. I think the reason why older generations are so gung-ho about spelling is because we got yelled at a lot as a kid about our spelling. Because we grew up in the time where it was believed that the only way a child would learn was to terrifying them into a permanent trauma. Oh my god, did we ever? Did we ever? Like, my handwriting is still shit, but I like to think I spell pretty decently. To a point that in school, I couldn't see any mistakes in my drafts, and then I would get reprimanded for not correcting my drafts. But there were no mistakes in my drafts. If you see them, please tell me where they are, because I can't. Second pair of eyes. And all that. Then, of course, I was told that I thought that I was better than anyone else, and that bullshit again. You're telling us not to make mistakes, so when we don't make mistakes, you're still mad. That's what I learned. You're supposed to make some mistakes to correct them. But then what's the point if I'm basically slowing myself down for you? And when I say you, I mean the teacher, not the other students. The students learn at their own pace. So effing classist ableist. I personally still have to unlearn commenting on people's spelling, but it used to make my blood boil. I was also reading 2 to 5 books a week. Words mattered to me a lot. And And that's another thing. Teachers trying to slow down kids that want to read bigger books because of their age. I touched on that in one of my other streams, where I wanted to read Little House on the Prairie. Like, it was right there. It was right in my line of sight in the library. But the teacher said no, those books were too complicated for me because of my age. And I was like, I literally read them at my grandparents' place. Because my Aunt Lise had the entire collection. I remember I was in the middle of volume 5. I was obviously gifted, I guess. My librarian let me read in second year of high school the stuff of the grade 5 only section. Yeah, I bet if we had had a librarian in the library, actually, the librarian would have let me borrow whatever I wanted. Because I know the high school one didn't bother her what I borrowed, as long as I was reading. But you know, it's like so friggin' tiresome. You're supposed to learn, but you can't learn too fast, or else you get accused of thinking that you're better than everybody else. And you're just here desperately wanting to read a book because you're bored. You want education, but it's like drop-fed to you because you have to go at the same speed as the others. But your brain won't let you slow down. And if you raise concerns about it, then you're being told that you think you're better than all the other kids and that you think you're smarter than the other kids. I just think differently. Why do you keep saying that I think I'm better? Because then the other kids will ostracize you, thinking that you think that you're better than... Same with... where was I? Okay, same with my public library. They saw the shit I was reading to let me access to pretty much all I wanted. I wasn't straight up 18+. I don't think reading 900p The Three Musketeers at 12-13 is standard. Well, yeah, but it's a good story. My grandpa had the book. So, of course, I read it. And I watched the anime, but, yeah. That's neither here or there. There was also an anime for Les Miserables, so, yeah. I was thinking of Lemmy didn't know about Three Musketeers. Yeah, it was called the version that I watched, because there's two anime versions from the 70s, 80s. There's Les Trois Mousquetaires, which was drawn with all dogs, all cartoon dogs. And there was Sous le signe des mousquetaires. That's the one I watched. Very, very good. Taken very seriously. Of course, it was funny because anime, but it was very dramatic. And everybody had 90s Link hair, like the giant poof in the front that Link used to have in A Link to the Past. Also, spoilers for a 40-year-old, if not older, anime. In that version, Aramis was a woman. Sounds vaguely familiar. Sous le signe des mousquetaires, on est tous des frères. Because, like, Sneakado. Sounds like the type of thing they would have played on Télé-Québec. It was on Télé-Québec. It was definitely on Télé-Québec. They are nostalgic. What date are we today? Sunday 3. Yeah, Sneakado is bound to start any time now. We can't miss the holy trinity of the holidays. Asterix, Tintin, and Lucky Luke. I don't mean to mean the whole thing is just a time capsule at this point. Oh. Give me a second, guys. As you just saw, my chat just crashed for no reason. I much prefer les découvreurs. Oh yeah, I love that. Like with Maestro and Pierre, Pierrette, and Pierrot, and Tigro. I have the box set for Il était une fois la vie. Which, right next to Il était une fois l'espace, has the best intro song ever. And Sophie's Story, can't remember the name of that one. Les Malheurs de Sophie. Chat test, thanks Paul, like post-Victorian orphan or some shit. Yeah, that would be Les Malheurs de Sophie. And if you want to go really old and if you want to cry really hard, Rémi sans famille. I love those two. The space one less. Well, the space one was meant to be more of a story than educative. But the Board of Education of France forced the creator to add some educative content in it, or else they wouldn't fund it. And he just really wanted to tell a space story, so it is a little awkward. I wonder how that aged. I remember watching some of them, but not much of it. Like, if I remember well, it's... the whole series is not in order of appearance. Il était une fois l'homme, il était une fois les découvreurs. I think il était une fois les inventions, but I'm not sure. That could be mixed in with the découvreurs. Il était une fois la vie, il était une fois l'espace. And il était une fois notre terre, which is much more modern. And I hate the style they used for that one. Oh. Like, I don't think they used an anime studio for that one, because all the other ones did. But this one for the Terre, good idea. Terrible visuals, honestly. Maestro looks the same. All the other people, they were like modernized, and that was not a good idea. Also vaguely remember the movie that literally ends on a person growing a vine to go see their... I know what that is. I know what that is. That's Tistu. That's Tistu. That's Tistu right here. He grew a vine to go see this guy, which in French was called Monsieur Moustache. This was the gardener of his parents. And he spent all his time with him because he loved plants. So of course he spent time with the gardener. When the gardener died, that's when he had the plan to grow the vine ladder to go up in heaven to go meet Monsieur Moustache. Don't mind us, we're just Quebecing together. There was a lot of anime when we were young. It was a vine ladder. I wasn't sure my memory was right. Yeah, he grew it by sticking his thumb in the grass. And he had a a pony called Gymnastic. And there was even a little song about it. Older millennial Quebecing too. But now you guys can say that you've learned some stuff about old anime today. So how's that right? No, you got it right. I was Googling it so I could get an image, and I saw that there was apparently a new 3D version of it. And the way what I assume is Tistu on the new 3D version, I don't think it'll be as charming as the anime version. The kid with the green thumbs. Yeah. Because he literally had a green thumb. I don't know if both his thumbs were green. I don't remember that part, but he had at least one green thumb. Literally Tistu of the green thumbs. Not to be confused with Anna the Green Gables, which also has an anime. That is old ass crusty memories. I don't even know what they tangled to. Fun memory. Lost shit. Did we watch any non-traumatizing animes? We did. We had Bumbo. That's about it. Even classic Calimero was friggin' sad. I mean, you tell me it's a fun cartoon when the main character's tagline is "C'est injuste. C'est vraiment trop injuste." And then he cries. Just think it was at our first house, so between 5 and 8. Yeah, I know it wasn't my grandparents' house. Because according to the Child Protection Services, I was not allowed on the living room TV in my own home. I was. It's just that I had my own TV. It just happened to be blue and blue. So I didn't really see the point to go see the full color show in the living room. But since all my memories are in color, I know that I saw them at my grandparents' house. 1890s orphan shit too. Anyway, Rémi Sans Famille. That's the one. That was horrible. That should be on top of the list as to why not all anime is for kids. The movie Paprika. Oh, ooh, ooh. I feel like we had a lot of that in the stuff we broadcasted. Absolutely not for kids, from the vague memory I can remember. Perfect Blue? Ha! That's just asking for trouble right there. Ninja Scroll, of course. That was a rite of passage, Ninja Scroll on Teletoon. And now I got the DVD. Like it or not, it's a pretty good story, actually. If you ignore the ultra-violence. All the ultra-violence. That's post-high school and not TV. Haven't seen that one, I think. Yeah, in the very, 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 very beginnings of Teletoon, there was the section of Teletoon La Nuit. And they showed, like, exactly 4 OVAs. Didn't see that. Yeah, it was around like 11:30 midnight when they showed those. There was they showed Ninja Scroll, they showed Wings of Honey and Eyes, and they showed Pat Labor 1 and 2. At many periods without access to cable. And I recorded all 4 of them on VHS. Ads and everything. So I got some lost media shit in here. Because as we all know, Teletoon is closing if it's not closed by now and turning into French Cartoon Network, I believe. There's one fucking Teletoon La Nuit show I never found again. I think they were only sketch lines, maybe balloon lines, but it was adult. What adult show would be sketch lines? And the protagonist was an older woman, I think. But, like, that's also crusty memory, but I can see the whole room in my head. And I colored in. Like, think of the look of quads, but pre-quads. It does not ring a bell for me right now. Quads, yes. Quads, I actually enjoyed quads. But something similar to quads, but not colored in, and adult. 97.99. I mean, another thing we could do is Google the Teletoon L'Ennui programmation from 97 to 99. Somebody must have an archive somewhere, because we're not the only neurodivergent people on the planet. Teletoon is dead, I think. It was getting axed this year, but I wasn't sure of the date. And it's a little confusing because apparently Teletoon La Nuit still runs. Because they keep advertising the Red Ketchup show on their YouTube. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping that they're going to put the full episodes on YouTube. It's not a secret either that I'm a big fan of Red Ketchup and Real Godbout's work. I tried going on way back then in Internet Archive. Yeah, I downloaded some gold leaf brushes. Because I like to be pretty. I can find how the website looked, but the informations are not really on it. Yeah, that would have been too fun, would it? Okay. I can find the show. I know the episode. There is zero information about the music clips that were in the episode. And there were music clips. I am stumped. They had Penny, which was claymation clips. Not related to Station X, though. I've been talking a lot, so I'm starting to get some build up in my nose. But the songs, there's one I could remember, not the other one. I'm just going to cut the sound just for a minute so I can blow my nose. I'll be right back. I abused a song for a long time. Oh, I'm a song abuser myself. Once I like one, I can listen to it for months on loop. We're almost done. We just need to add the background. I blew my nose so hard my ears are blocked now. Fun, 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 fun. You know what? I'm going to swap that around. There we go. Yeah, my nose tends to block up when I talk a lot. Another wonderful thing, genetic thing I got from my grandfather. Love the man, gave me some weird shit. Now we're gonna save, we're gonna take a little look-see. See if we're good and done. We good to go? I set you free, my minions. And as usual, with every end of stream, extra special caramel drizzle gold fleck thanks to our supporters Amber B, Paul K, Miss Anavis, David F, Marianne J, Carl Bloke. Thank you so much for your continued support. It is immensely appreciated. Of course, I'll see you guys again. Oh, Paul saying something. Your comic looks awesome. Thanks for a great show, Sharon. I'm going to start Christmas shopping this week. You have some nice things in your shop right now. Have an awesome rest of your weekend. You too, Paul, and all of you. Have an awesome rest of a weekend. Have a lot of rest. Have a lot of candy. Why? Because it's fun. Candy's fun. I like candy. Good rest of the day, Boo. And a good rest of the day, Boo, to you too, Goblinator. Of course, I'll see you guys next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for the next Bootleg Cookie. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a lot of fun drawing it and going, like, full 110% Quebecer for the second half of the stream. I love you all, and bye-bye.